Well, morning, everybody. Welcome to the TT Show. Tom and Todd, TT Show. Get it?
I like
Anyway,
TNT better. That makes it sound
TNT.
like we're dynamite.
We're dynamite.
Oh, Lord. Good morning, Bumcrack. Good morning, Diane. Good
Wakey,
morning,
wakey,
Lag.
eggs and bakey. Wokes, eggs and bokey. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
speaking of brekkie, the dietitian that did this little speech this morning to the group. On Mondays, they have education meetings, which lasts about 10 minutes. And she was talking about people should eat something for breakfast because it gets your system burning calories. So I guess I might start making Roberta and I an egg and a piece of bacon for breakfast to get our metabolism going. And she also said that these fasting diets is not always the best way to lose. She said, eat a little something for breakfast to get your metabolism going, and then if you choose not to eat anything till that evening, then that's fine. Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, Vintage. Good morning, Cindy.
Hmm.
I'm afraid to ask, what are dippy eggs? Is that where they're over easy? And you crazy people dip your toast in it?
Dippy eggs.
Is it cold in Texas today, Todd?
Yeah, it was below freezing this morning. It was like 30.
It's
But it's not
44
supposed
here.
to stay. It's supposed to get up into the mid 50s, I think. It's not kind of a January day, like a January day is supposed to be around here.
Okay.
Kind of
Well,
nippy
I
in the
guess
morning and mild in the afternoons.
in July it'll be 106 here. So we'll be going. When will the fog ever get here?
Yeah, lag, rub it in. Cowboys in a close game, you cannot throw 2 interceptions.
The Cowboys went to the playoffs. Who bought their tickets?
You're all you guys who hate on the Cowboys can just suck an egg. They never did anything to you. You just hate
I,
them because everybody likes to hate the Cowboys.
I heard
You're all
that. I heard
joiners.
that. I heard that joke, and I just think it's just funny. Hell, the
Yeah.
Panthers can't even get anybody to buy them tickets. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, it was a low scoring game, and quarterback threw 2 stupid interceptions. Ugh.
Some of the guys in therapy this morning, they were talking about it. One guy actually apparently lost a good bit of money because he was betting on the Cowboys.
I think Sadie bet on the Cowboys. I was going to bet on them, but I got too lazy and just didn't bet.
Well, look, you saved some money.
Mike's a Redskins fan. They're doing about as good as the Cowboys lately.
Do they even exist anymore? The Redskins. I thought they weren't they the Washington Redskins? Aren't they like the Washington Congress or something now?
Commanders. Yeah.
And Issa.
A
So you had a good
guy
time
in
on your trip?
Vosh. Huh?
You had a good time on your trip?
Oh yeah, we had a fun time. It's good to get out of town. Get away from my mother-in-law. Gwen's sister came down for a few days, so we said, we're getting out of here. So,
I guess I'm fortunate. I have a great mother-in-law.
oh, she's not bad. It's just she's here. She's been here, what, 10 weeks or so? More than 2 months anyway, so. She's going to try moving back into her house later today. We'll see how that goes.
She lived local? I thought she lived a way off. Or was it your mom that lived a way off?
My mom lived a way off. So,
Well, if she can at least go home for a few days, that'll make her feel better, give her a little bit of independence, and her nosy son-in-law won't be in their business all the time.
yeah. Well, we didn't go on a cruise. We just went to there's kind of a fishing resort area on, I think it's Mustang Island, called Port Aransas. And it's cheap in the winter, man. We got a hotel room for like $55 a night. And it was an okay hotel room. They just had like a continental breakfast, but that was fine for 50
Yeah.
bucks a night. Where can you stay near a beach? So, you want to see some clips? I'll show some clips.
They you mentioned that y'all like World War II stuff. Charleston has the Yorktown, and Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts go camp out on. They can go camp out on it for the night.
Let's see, where's a good clip? We went to the. Can you see this?
Not yet. All I see is the screen.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You can't see it?
Nope, all I see is StreamYard.
Well, crap.
I'm looking at your not your desktop, your browser, and all I see is U.S. military, the morning show, and StreamYard.
Let me try this again.
No lag. I don't dip my toast in my eggs. If I'm going to have sunny, huh? Roberta does. That's just plain nasty. If I'm going to have sunny side up eggs, I'm going to have them on grits. I know a lot of people dip their toast in eggs, but not I. That's just nasty. Okay.
Let's see. Try this again. Went to an aquarium. You see that?
Yeah, I see the dolphin.
Yeah.
Flipper. Carrying landmines. What are those, bowls?
Yeah, they gave them toys to play with. Well, we missed the show, or we could have stayed and watched the rest of the show, but what was this clip? Then we went, this is the, what's the name of the ship?
Arkansas?
Lexington.
Lexington.
It's dry docked at Corpus Christi now. We're up here on the flight deck. That's a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter. He landed on the flat deck while we were there.
Cool.
And he's loud. Let's see.
Now, what is that close to?
Corpus Christi?
Okay.
It's on the Texas Gulf Coast. What was this clip?
Well, I knew it was on the Texas Gulf Coast, but I didn't know exactly.
Yeah, this is a gun turret on the Lexington. 5-inch guns.
Did the reseller kick in and say, "Man, I could get some money for them shells"?
Yeah, no, I tried to lift one. I couldn't. So they had to explain it. There were so many exhibits on that thing. Back at the aquarium, here's some otters. Can you hear what I'm saying in the video?
No.
Oh, okay.
Roberta loves otters.
Yeah. I made some stupid dad joke like, this ought to be a good video.
Okay. Sad, but funny. I was just looking at the website for the Lexington.
So we're at the beach, and you can drive down the beach, and they separate the part where the tide can't reach,
right?
And people drive with these wooden, what do you call them, posts?
Yeah.
And a group of people have gotten together and crocheted a bunch of
toppers.
Toppers for the posts, and they're so funny.
Now look at that one.
Yeah.
And but so if you want to park over by the beach like those guys are, is there places where you can drive through, or?
Yeah, you can park on the other side of the post. It's just you don't want to do it during high tide.
Okay. So you can drive any place on the beach. You just don't want to.
There's a minion.
Yeah, be there when the tide's coming in.
Here's a reggae guy.
People have a lot of patience. Unless they're like my aunt. My Aunt Cecil, she could sit there and hold on a conversation and watch TV and crochet at the same time and not drop a stitch.
I guess they do this every year. One year they put them on, and then...
Do they sell them? Can I see the little
No,
tags?
The tag says, these are just for fun, put here by the so-and-so group.
Oh, look at that one.
It took a long time to make. Yeah, we got... Yeah, who does that remind you of? Let's see. Yeah, mermaids, and there's one that looks like an octopus.
Yeah.
Here's a busty chick.
Dolly Parton.
Little Dolly Parton action. There's a mermaid. Yeah, these were fun. Snowman.
Dang, there's a lot of them.
I know. There were probably altogether maybe about 200 along there. And they all took hours and hours to crochet those things. Let's see, what else have I got video-wise?
Fish and Pickin says, "Oh, look, the post looks like Todd. It's bald."
That's where the pelican bites my finger.
Cool.
It's a fishing pier. They just hang around wanting somebody to throw them a piece of bait. Let's see. What do we got here? We're up on the flight deck again of the. Yep. So this ship was built during World War II. It replaced the Lexington that was lost in the Battle of the Coral Sea. Yep.
Cool.
No, hang on. Got to get back to the deal. Okay, I'm working on it.
Like I said, the Yorktown, which is of the same class, the scouts can go down there and they can camp out on it overnight, and of course the Yorktown has ghosts. So
Yeah, this ship was supposed to be haunted.
Yeah, the
But
Yorktown.
we
I
never
think
saw
they're
any
all
ghosts.
are. And if
Yeah,
there's such thing as as ghost, as many people died on those things or in relation to those ships, if there's going to be ghosts, that's a good place for them to be at. But one of the dads from the Boy Scouts, when my boys were Cub Scouts, they went down there and camped out, and he said, "Not again." He said, because those bunks, he says, you don't know how those guys slept on those bunks. He said they were just so uncomfortable. He said, I don't know how they got any rest.
those bunks were stacked 3 high too.
Yeah. It looked like they had about 2 feet of space between bunks,
Mm-hmm.
And of course we said, well, those boys were usually a lot younger than we were. So that probably made a bit difference.
Yeah, a lot smaller too.
Yeah. But that looked like y'all had a good time. Looked like it was real interesting.
Yeah, just
Good morning, Craig.
the opportunity came to leave town for a couple of days, so we did.
Well, I'm glad y'all got away.
Yeah, wasn't the most expensive thing on the trip was meals. Restaurants weren't any cheaper than they would have been during regular season.
You should stop and got you a couple loaves of bread and some fermented cheese and some bologna and
There you go.
bananas and mayonnaise. Made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and bologna and fermented cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean the food was good. I had the last night I had all you can eat fried shrimp.
Wow.
I think I ate 5,000 of those things. And yeah, all you can eat fried shrimp for $17. But then the beer was $7. So
That's where they made their money at, Todd.
$17 for shrimp and $14 for beer before tax. We had a really good breakfast at a dive, man. It was you think about a dive, but it was a real dive. It's called Coach's.
Uh-huh.
And it was just kind of a wooden shack, just not too far from the beach. And we went in there, and there was 5 sit-down tables, and there was when we left, there was a line of about 20 people outside.
Wow.
And it was good. I mean, I got one pancake, and it was the size of a 12-inch dinner plate. I mean, it's just a huge pancake. And then the eggs and bacon to go with it. So
Leg, I said bologna and pimento cheese.
Craig, we were at Port Aransas, Texas, which is on one of those long barrier islands on the Texas Gulf Coast.
Now, how far is that from Galveston?
Not too far. It's about an hour and a half from Galveston down to Port Aransas. Galveston is on which island is it on? Padre Island, I think.
Right.
And Port Aransas is on Mustang Island, I think. Those two islands are like 150 miles long apiece, or 90 miles long or something.
Is that near Houston? Because
Galveston's real close to Houston. Port Aransas is south of Houston.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about Texas. I've been to Dallas, and that's it. Like, you don't know what that is, son. You just need to get out more. Good morning, Azure. Glock. All things are bigger in Texas. That's right.
Yep. I mean, last winter we went to Miami Beach, and it's totally different. Miami Beach is expensive, and $400 a night for a hotel.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the way it is on the East Coast. And I'm sure on the West Coast too.
The food prices were about the same, but accommodation in the middle of the winter, that's a time to go, really. I mean, it's kind of chilly sitting on the beach. You didn't go wade in the water or anything. It was just too chilly for that. Although there's people out there with wetsuits surfing.
Yep. They'd be crazy. They'd be crazy. And they have, I mean, there's people down at Myrtle Beach surfing, if you want to call it that. Right now, they're wearing the wetsuits. Like, if you're being serious, if you got any locally made, it's always better than like the mass-produced ones.
Yeah. Miami Beach had a lot of homeless people. In Port Aransas, there weren't any. It seemed like there weren't any homeless people.
Because those Texas boys will put them on a boat, take them offshore.
Yeah. Here's your rock. See you later.
Yeah, that's right.
But I don't know. A lot of people say, oh, the Texas Gulf Coast is too built up now. It used to be nice and pristine. But you go to Miami Beach and it's just nuts. You can't even hardly get to the beach because you got to walk through a condo to get to one.
My dad would talk about, now he grew up in in Conway, South Carolina, which is in Horry County in South Carolina, which is also the county that Myrtle Beach is in. And he remembers going over to the beach during when he was a boy, and they would take a horse-drawn wagon. They would have to go to because there's so many rivers down there. They'd have to cross a river on a ferry, and then they would make their way over to the coast on during the fall months, and they would fish. And my dad was talking about there was nothing over there, nothing at all, and except a few fishermen shacks along the coast. There was one hotel, and I can't remember what it was called. Was it the Atlantic? It was a big old hotel, which was more like a health spa kind of thing. But it would take them a day to get there by the time they did the horse and buggy. And when I'm talking about day, I'm talking about leaving early in the morning and getting there just before the sunset. You can be there in 20 minutes by car. An hour during when all the tourists are down there. But they would go over there and they would fish, and they would salt fish for the winter to make sure they had enough food to eat because they were farmers. So there's a little bit of trivia about the Carolina coast.
Mm-hmm.
And now you go down there, there's a fast food. Every 100 feet, there's a fast food joint or hotel. Or this thing called Wings, which is where they have all the overpriced, cheap souvenirs and things like that. Yeah, as you're, you look at news briefs of like California, they're just wall to wall homeless people, and it seems like on the East Coast, well, like say from Virginia on down to Florida, there's just not as many. But you got to feel for them. Mama J, are you any kin to Bubba J? I'm sure you've been asked that a million times. Todd, do you know who Bubba J is?
I know who Mama J is.
Bubba J is one of the characters that Jeff Dunham has.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one that's got the two teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And his shirt always rides above his belly.
Yeah. Always looking for a beer.
Yeah, Glock, I'm wondering about that. But there's a pass a level. And you would think that the prices would be cheap, but they're not. Yeah. Did Maggie? Hi, Maggie. I didn't see you come in. Carol.
Boom, 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 boom.
Legs still on the sandwiches. Yes, they're good that way. You do it in a skillet. Put lots of butter on each side on the outside of the bread. Put lots of butter, then a piece of bologna, and then the pimento cheese. Put it together. Throw it into a hot skillet and toast each side of it. That will make you kiss your grandma, even if you have to dig her up to do it.
I'm not a big bologna fan, but be careful, darling. She's going to go get her knee checked out. She's trying to get a bum knee.
Gwen?
Yeah.
She is so funny. Those little reels or whatever I'm looking at that she does, she is just so funny. She should have been an actress.
Well, she taught drama for 20-something years.
Thank you, Beth. I'm feeling good. I'm tired right now. I tell you what, though, blood thinners they got me on. Holy cow. I cut myself last night shaving, and I thought I would never stop bleeding.
Yeah, they do what they say they're going to do.
They do. I actually went into, I'd gone to bed and I thought, I got this thing at first thing in this morning and I'm not going to shave first thing in the morning. So I got back up out of bed and went and shaved and cut myself. And then I ended up staying in the sleep. I ended up staying into my recliner for a couple hours and then I went back to bed. So it does what it does.
Bum crack you out of the hospital? I haven't heard if he got out. He says he's doing okay, but yeah, he's an electric razor.
You know, I'm old and I've never had much of a beard. You know, when you're a teenager and you're just dying to have a mustache? Never could. And now it comes in and it's like you need a daggum chainsaw to cut it. So I had Roberta order me one of those, Roxy, one of those old fashioned razors, you know.
Straight razor?
No, it's what are they, safety razors?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I had her order me one of those, and a good one, and I've been using it. But yeah, I might need to get a daggum electric razor until I come off of these blood thinners. But that's just life.
So
that's just it, Glock. The least little bit of scratch marks, you know, from the cats. I look like Roberta has beat me or something. Cut me with a knife. Are you going to be there for about 2 more weeks?
What?
Bumcrack said he's going to be there about 2 more weeks.
Oh, wow. That's a long time. Well, gold and silver are taking a dump this morning. They're going down like the Cowboys.
Well, I hate your team lost.
Well, I mean, if they had a chance to do one more playoff game, it was yesterday's.
Right.
I mean, nothing bad about the 49ers. They got a good team. But he's a rookie quarterback. But old 49ers got a really good defense. And our stupid quarterback, he crumbles under the pressure and throws 2 interceptions, and you just can't do that in a low scoring game.
Right.
The final score was like 19-14 or 19-12 or something like that. Stupid kicker missed another extra point. But then he made 2 field goals, so I don't know. He may be out of a job. He just cratered the last game of the regular season and then the 2 playoff games. Dak is perfect for the Cowboys. Oh, God.
Was there
The rest of the Cowboys team was pretty good. If they'd had a different kicker and, you know, the 4 quarterbacks that are left, they're all better than Dak. So, yeah, and since the Burrow at Cincinnati, he's a good quarterback, and that quarterback at Philadelphia, he's a good quarterback, and even that rookie at 49ers, he didn't throw any interceptions. And he got pressured a lot yesterday. Dallas defense played pretty good, but doesn't matter if you can't keep from throwing interceptions. Yeah, he was the last quarterback taken in last year's draft. 49ers have been through 3 quarterbacks this year and still they've won their last 12 games in a row. Sheesh. I think that'd be done next week, though.
Is this for the Super Bowl? Or thinning them out for the Super Bowl?
There's 2 championship games and then the Super Bowl.
Okay. Because I don't follow football.
4 teams left. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Dallas defense. Pretty good. Yeah. The defense played well enough to win that game. Offense just gave it away. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
I was messaging with a high school friend the other day, and he's still got one of the original Dallas cheerleader posters. You know, when they first came out, and the little skimpy outfits. He still has it. I asked him I said, "Did Martha let you have it up in your office?" He said, "No." She said that he wasn't 14, that it wasn't going up on his office wall. What you got going on this week?
Oh, I need to make some money to pay for all the stuff we spent. So I'll just be working eBay probably. Work it.
You got any auctions you picking up this week?
No, I picked up last week, so I got a bunch of stuff to get listed.
I haven't been on Facebook much, so I don't even know what's going on with folks.
Good sales. I got 11 going out, but the most expensive thing was that bayonet. I let it go for $72. That was my high sale.
That was an offer?
Yeah, I had it up for like 89 and somebody sent me an offer for 72 and I took it. I don't know. I think Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and Kansas City all have a chance to win the Super Bowl. They all played great this weekend. And 49ers just won because the Cowboys sucked. So I don't think the 49ers will win next game.
Well, apparently the way you're talking, and as I said, I do not follow football and don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, I know the basics, but it sounds like if they just barely beat the Cowboys because they were playing so bad, according to you, then it's not going to take much to beat them. Maggie?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Maggie, what are they going to grease the light poles for? So people can't climb them?
Yeah, people in Philadelphia are known to go batshit crazy when one of their teams wins a championship or something.
Yeah.
If Texas wins something, we all just go, yay. If the Philadelphia team wins something, they almost have to instigate martial law.
She said, yeah, when the Eagles win the Super Bowl, Philadelphia fans are lunatics.
Texas teams don't ever win anything. Well, the Astros just won the Houston, Texas Astros just won the World Series. What are you talking about? You didn't see people in Houston going nutso and tearing apart downtown Houston.
Yeah, my mom was watching that. She likes baseball.
Oh, Texans, yeah. Yeah, Dallas is bad, but Houston Texans are even worse. I just meant any Texas team.
Isn't there another Texas team, or did they move? Was
Which
it the
is two
Oilers or something?
Oilers.
What are they?
That was 25 years ago, Tom.
I don't know. You know, in that time we've lost the Hornets, and got the Bobcats and got the Hornets back. I mean, you know, things happen fast, which is basketball.
Let's see. I'm going to Google that right now. Well, they moved the Oilers to Tennessee
Oh, they became the Titans.
in '97. The last Oilers. Last time Oilers were in Houston was 1993. That was 30 years ago, Tom. Well,
Well, you see,
Tom's up on this. Now I don't keep up with sports all that much, but
see, I remember that from
the
my youth.
Oilers haven't been in Texas since 1993.
You know, I remember when it was the big ones were the Cowboys, the Oilers, the Oilers, Green Bay, the Packers. I don't even know where they're if they didn't exist anymore. That's how much I keep up on it. I think there was like 5 teams back in those days.
Oh my God!
I just don't. I don't keep up with it, and then when they start sucking up tax dollars for these damn stadiums and arenas and stuff like that, just totally perturbs me. So that's just me. You know, everybody's got their thing.
Morning, Roman. So, yeah, I'm already missing. Got the new postal service stuff. The flat rate envelopes didn't go up. I was like, yay. But then they took away my Region A boxes.
Right.
I love those Region A boxes. I could ship 20 pounds of crap in one of those things, and they would go to £2 rate. But no moss.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie, those NASCAR fans never act up.
Houston Arrows.
What are
I don't
they?
remember Houston Arrows.
Yeah, if you people like NASCAR, y'all need to come to Charlotte and go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. It's losing
Joe
money.
Montana.
It's losing money hand over fist.
Yeah. Cowboys would have won 2 more Super Bowls than they did, except for damn Joe Montana. Jerry Rice was down there at the game too. He was messing around all over the sidelines. God, he was a good receiver. He's probably still got records nobody will beat. Gordie Howe, Marty and Mark Howe. Yeah, okay. Hockey team. Okay, I'm back. $5 speakers sound awesome. That's good. Easy money. As Tom, easy money. If you ever want to play poker, get Tom in a game. Get Tom into some sports trivia for money.
Yeah, right. I thought Joe Montana was with the Dolphins at one time.
Oh, good. Yeah, he had to be, right. Yeah, I think Joe Montana was at the game. Jerry Rice was at the game.
That was Dan Marino I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Dolphins were good when Dan Marino was the quarterback.
Like I said, I'm just
Sadie.
that's just a little bit too slow for me. My ADD just kicks in, and I'm just I just phase out. Um,
Oh, Dallas is looking at getting Tom Brady. Tom Brady didn't look that good this year. He just starting to show his age, man. He's old.
well, that's just the thing about it. They can't keep up. You know, at some point or another, people start getting old.
Uh,
Yeah, Dan Marino was kidnapped in Ace Ventura, a pet detective.
what are the stocks doing this morning? Not much. They're pretty flat.
Well, I think people kind of. I was listening briefly to the news, and I think a lot of people are kind of concerned about what's going to be happening on with all this crap going on in Washington right at the moment. So, have to wait and see. Speaking of crap going on in Washington, where's the bearded picker at this morning? He must have slept in.
Yeah. I mean, I never have figured out why, once you're a multi-millionaire, why you keep playing football or basketball or.
Yeah, you know, especially when
Yeah, why did
you can
Pat
get hit.
Sajak and Vanna White keep doing that show for so long? Oh my God. They were both multi-millionaires. Why do they keep doing that? It's just you just want to be richer, or you just enjoy it. I don't get it.
Well, she's made millions flipping letters.
Yeah.
And I guess as long as the Botox hangs up, you can just keep on looking young.
Yeah, he's got all the records, doesn't he, Sadie?
Mr. Sage, did you win any money over the weekend, or did you play over the weekend? You know, that chat GBPT. I don't know. It just seems like you have to do a lot just to write a description that you can just whip off the top of your head for a daggum eBay listing. That's just my opinion. I haven't really looked into it that much, so maybe I'm speaking out of turn.
Yeah. Sadie bet on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I heard that.
I was going to, but I just didn't get around to it.
If you say GPT three times fast, beard will show up. I can't say it 3 times slow.
Beard's always on the cutting edge of modern technology. Isn't he?
He is, and there's a lot of people on that GPT, track. A lot of people that I follow were, they're doing it for this, that, and writing scripts for their YouTube channels and all this other kind of mess.
I need to put up some videos. I got videos of going to the auction, videos of the vacay, and videos of this and that.
Get them up there.
Sadie's on the cutting edge of a potato peeler machine, probably. If you need to package up a bunch of ears of corn, Sadie's on the cutting edge of ear corn packaging.
He's probably going to have, if it keeps on, he's probably going to have a military defense team around their place that he works at.
That's right.
Because you can't, things are not staying as full as they were before here. It's trendy right now. Give it a month. Yeah, I like Todd says, Scott stays up on the cutting edge of stuff. But some of this stuff just, I don't see how it's that applicable.
I can build machines to replace humans. There you go.
Well, it's
Mr.
coming.
Sadie, the machine pimp.
Look on YouTube for Flippy 2. That's the thing that's the machine, the robot that all it does is cook French fries, onion rings, fried stuff for fast food places. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All it is just a robot arm picking up baskets out of a deep fryer and moving them around. But it's the concept behind it, that somebody sat down and got the programming right, that every time it puts it back in the right place it's supposed to go to, or it knows where to hang it up at. Pretty cool. It don't take much to amuse me. Y'all should know by now.
We went to a Walmart on the way down to the coast, and They had 0 live checkers. It was all
Yeah, I stopped at yesterday. I had to get me a new pair of
self
shoes, and
self checkout.
I stopped at Walmart to grab me a pair of tennis shoes to wear to the gym this morning, and everything was at self checkout.
We went to a convenience store too, and at the checkout they had a TV camera pointing at a table,
Right?
and you slid the stuff you want to buy under that camera, and it would put up the list of what it was. You didn't scan your barcode; it just took a it took a picture of what you're wanting to buy, and then it put a list up on the screen and pay out and go. It was a self checkout, but it didn't use the scan bars. It just took pictures of the items. And
Well,
the computer could identify what it was just by setting it on the table.
when I go to Sam's and I'm actually shopping in a Sam's Club, I have the app on my phone and I scan and I just pay out. You know, I can pay from the app and just walk right on out the door. I don't I don't stand in the line for since we discovered that I don't stand in line waiting to check out. And apparently the Walmart app is supposed, or they told me that the Walmart app has it too, but I never think to use it. And it's going to get to the point that you don't need them, except for people like my mom who still writes checks.
I still write checks for a few things.
She writes checks for everything. I keep
Like the
telling her
auction.
she needs to get her a debit card, and she's like, "Well, I don't know if I don't need one of those." Yeah, you do.
Our auction charges 3% if you use a card to pay there.
Do they?
So I write them a check or hand them cash.
I was watching, not watching. I was reading an article, and then talking. The article was about watching your receipts when you go to a restaurant and whatnot because they're doing all these add-on fees, and they were talking about this one place. This guy or this lady, you know, she paid her bill at the end of the eating, and there was a 5% employee health charge on it. So I guess that 5% was supposed to go towards helping pay for company insurance policies. My question is, what if they take in more money than they need to pay it takes to pay for the insurance? Where does that go?
Gift cards.
Yeah, Joanna, if you get a cart full, those areas are not big enough to self check out. Shut up, Lanchar. He said, "What's a check?" Um,
Yeah, Craig forgot what a check is.
I remember when South Carolina National Bank, which ended up merging with Wachovia. I remember when they rolled out their first teller machines. You could only use it at their teller machines. Couldn't use it anyplace else.
Yeah, in Waco, there was like 2 Bank of Americas, and they were huge buildings, just almost superstructure type buildings. And now they're all street corner. Looks like you're going into a fast food joint when you go to the Bank of America in Waco. And you can still use the teller. They still got a couple of tellers, but
Speaking of Bank of America, was anybody impacted by that Zelle thing?
First of all, all I have to say, Craig, is damn you're being harsh this morning. Tom, do you remember when only gold and silver we used as currency? No, I remember back when it was the balloons. We used the balloon stuff.
hey, Johnny.
And what was it you said, honey? The impacted by?
The Zelle thing Bank of America had.
Yeah, was anybody? My lovely bride asked if anybody was impacted by the Bank of America Zelle situation they had.
Yeah, I remember getting those little pass books from the savings and loan. You go in
Yeah.
and make a $10 deposit, and they made a pencil entry on your passbook.
Well, I don't remember that. I remember when they would stick it in a little machine and they would punch out the number, the date, and the numbers, and hit the deposit button, and it would print everything out on the uh, the bank book. And then if you made a withdrawal, then they'd hit the withdrawal button, and it would put the withdrawal number in red on, in a different column.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the days. And now you don't even get deposit slips. They email them to you.
Good morning, Johnny.
Maggie, are y'all back in Philly, or you're still at the coast?
Maggie remembers the little books too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember Dad taking us to the savings and loan, and he opened an account for me and my brother with like 10 bucks. He said, now if you save some of your money, put it in here. He didn't give us much choice either. We had paper routes and stuff. He said, now you're going to take half of that or 2/3 of that and put it in the savings account. But I want to go get some comic books. No, you're not. He wouldn't let us.
Back during my Cub Scout days, I sold Christmas cards and all occasion cards door to door. Because I ordered a kid off. Well, it was a free kid off out of the back of Boy's Life. And about November, I'd start knocking on people's doors and selling. They could look through the catalog and order Christmas cards with their, with their family name in it or whatever they wanted in the. And I did it by myself, and I must have been 10 or 11. Can you imagine people letting their kids do that at this day and time? And I did that for a bunch of years. And I put my first bank account, my first savings account was funded by my Christmas card money.
Bank teller hats. I don't remember them wearing hats.
That must have been a Missouri thing.
Bank teller hats. Like
Yeah,
a
the
visor?
Christmas club and the vacation club.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go make me a little
Yeah, it's
egg
10. It's 10.
or something and finish packing my awesome 11 orders.
Yeah, I've kind of got my win now. I got some stuff I got to get done.
The
The
little
little
visors.
visors. I know what you're talking about. I've seen them on Westerns, Mr. Sadie. Damn, you must be older than me and Todd.
Yeah. Like the telegraph operator at the stagecoach stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sadie remembers the stagecoaches.
All right, Todd, have a great day. Everybody have a great day.
All right. See y'all tomorrow. Tom, you doing the show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll do it unless something happens to come up, but I don't think nothing's on the schedule yet.
Which happens frequency. Every once in a while, the doctor's got to look at your butt or armpit or something. Check your
Yeah,
heart or.
I'm hoping that's going to be about 2 more months before I have to do that. Go back to the doctor again. I'm just this morning cardiac therapy is wearing me out. Not as bad
All right.
today as last week. So anyway, you have a great day. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.